So welcome to this month's edition of Potter Projects. What we're making this month is really cool. I'm excited about it. I really like how my ideas turned out for this particular thing. I'm going to be using in this Potter project. I'm also going to be using for probably the next Potter project. So this will give you some kind of idea of what's coming with certain things I'm using. So what I'm going to show you how to make is this very special Harry Potter picture frame. So here we go. What you're going to need to make this frame is actually it's fairly simple. You only have to, if you already are a craft person, you probably have most of this in your arsenal already. So really the only thing you need to buy is this picture frame. And they have them at Walmart in the craft section. They're really cheap, and it's just a plain wooden frame. So you need that. You need paint, which for mine I decided to mix black and this metallic silver, and it came out with this kind of really cool black metallic. I would suggest painting your frame because otherwise you're just gonna have a kind of a boring wooden frame underneath all your decoration. So it looks better. You're also going to need this spray adhesive glue. I figure you could probably use just regular Elmer's white glue. It would probably work just as well, but it might be a little more messy. And the Elmer's glue can kind of make your paper bunch up and And, of course, you need your clear acrylic sealer when the whole thing is finished. You need crayons or colored pencils depending on what you have or what you prefer. And finally, to put it all together, you need these. Now, all I did was I went on my computer, and for the Gryffindor crest, I just found an image on Google that I liked, and I copied it to my computer, opened it with paint, and in paint, if you have that program, you can resize a picture to any size you want, however big or small. So I went small so that they can be just like little fillers in the background behind my quotes. And for the quotes, it's really easy. You could either take your books anywhere where they have a copy machine and you can copy the quotes right out of the book, or you can just go on your own computer and you can download these Harry Potter fonts from mugglenet.com. I'll leave a link below. And just type up your own quotes and print them out on your computer. Now with the Hogwarts crest, I didn't have colored ink in my computer, so I had to print them out in black and white and then just colored them myself. But they turned out really good. So I chose for my quotes, I chose a lot of fan-based quotes. There's really only one quote I chose that was actually in the books. The one I chose from the actual book was, "Do not pity the dead, Harry. Pity the living, and above all, those who live without love." Because it's one of the best quotes of the series, and I think it really fits with the feel of the picture frame I'm doing and the picture I'm going to be putting in the picture frame. I also chose this fan quote that I found on one of my pages on Facebook. You can actually find it if you look it up. It says, "We defended the stone, we found the chamber, we freed the prisoner, we were chosen by the goblet, we fought with the order, we learned from the prince, and we dominated the Deathly Hallows." I also, as a backup, I don't think I'm going to get to use it because I think I'm going to run out of room, but it is a very beautiful Potter quote. It says, "When I picked up the book for the first time and started to read, I didn't know that the little boy with messy hair, round glasses, and an oddly shaped scar would affect my life so much." This is so true. I also chose the quote, it was another one I found on one of my groups on Facebook. "The books are done, the movies have ended, yet the fans live on with a piece of their soul trapped inside a single Horcrux. One made without death, but with love. The world of Harry Potter. Harry Potter has been burned into my heart, and there it will forever stay." And then on the very top of my picture frame, I have the motto, "We are the Harry Potter generation." It's a big thing among Potterites right now. If you haven't heard it, I'd be shocked. There's also a fan page on Facebook for that too. If you just type in "We Are the Harry Potter Generation," probably like 5 or 6 different fan pages will pop up. So, anyway, let's get started. So first you're going to want to paint your frame. I usually just lay down this paper, it's like newspaper that I get from work, just to make sure I don't paint my table. So, now this is what's probably going to take up the most time in doing this picture frame, because again, once you paint something, you have to wait for it to dry, and that usually takes the longest. So, I really like how this paint turned out though, because it's this really kind of cool metallic black. I think it's going to look really cool. Okay, so now that your frame is dry, you can start adding all your quotes and pictures. And see, that's the thing about this idea. It's so cool because you don't have to do quotes. You can do pictures from the books, pictures from the movies, whatever you want. Character names, house crests, doesn't really matter. You can do anything you can print off your computer. Or draw if you're good at drawing, which I'm not. So, I figured, seeing as how all my pieces that I've cut out now are so small, I'm just going to spray the frame, stick on the quote, and instead of trying to spray each one individually, that might get kind of hard. So, I'm going to start with my "We defended the stone, we found the chamber." And I'm going to start up here, and I'll just spray a thin, well, that wasn't very thin, but just slip it on there. Might be a good idea to have something like a paintbrush or a pen or something handy to help kind of stick down the piece of paper, and maybe hold it there for a few seconds till it dries. And you might have to spray just a little bit over the top too to get it to stay. So, whew. There are fumes. I gotta warn ya, there are definitely fumes coming off this glue, so be ready for that. So now that you have all of your quotes and everything stuck on there with the glue, you're going to want to take your acrylic spray, acrylic sealer, and go outside, which is what I would recommend, and spray it all over in an even coat so that it looks all nice and it stays nice too. So let's go spray it down. So now that your acrylic sealer is dry, your frame is finished. And all that's left to do is put the picture in it. So I chose a very special picture to me to put in this frame. And put it back on. So here it is, the final product. This picture is a picture of me and my group at the Deathly Hallows Part 2 midnight premiere. All of us with our 3D glasses on, which we thankfully didn't have to use. I've been waiting to make a frame for this picture because this picture is very important to me, very special to me, and it deserves a one-of-a-kind frame. So, and I know Potter fans, you gotta be with me. I mean, you have special pictures out there from maybe book releases, movie releases, it's just special events that you had to celebrate Potter, and it's like, well, what kind of frame do I put it in? I mean, that would do it justice. Well, make your own. It's really cool. So, so that's been this month's edition of Potter Projects. So, if you guys make your own, you know, inbox me pictures or your own response video, whatever you want to do, I'd be excited to see what you guys make. Different designs, different ideas you come up with. So, we'll see you later.